俺のこのダセーマスクと交換してくれよ。新参は納期がどうとかってこんなおもちゃつけられてんの。あ、おい。景助にいっぱいやらせろよ。なあ。
Welcome back to another Universes Academy Set 4 deck profile. This time we're going to focus in on Muscular. Um, Muscular is the boogeyman of the sealed format, I guess. So we're going to be looking at a constructed view. I went about this because his ability doesn't work on throws, and he doesn't put speed on anything. Puts a crap ton of damage on stuff. But I was like, do I play like stuff that makes stuff faster, like high engine kick, kind of like how Andrew Holder's one fourth kind deck was, or you know, can we fit echo attacks in? But then it's just like then I have to rely on momentum, and then also I just was like, well, he has the Earth symbol. We could play Harden Chop. We can play Jab. Um, we could play the Harden gimmick, and then we could play Ignited Arrow. We could play Pono Punches. We could play Prehensile Tail. So basically, the deck's gimmick is I don't know if it's a meme or if it's real, but right now it just kind of feels like a meme, which is fine for locals. You can meme on people. Is that we're going to try to get as many procs off of Ignited Arrow and Hardened Chop as possible because they both feel bad for blocking. But the issue is when they're coming in for 10 damage apiece, you kind of have to block them. So let's get into the deck profile and we'll start off with the attacks. So Earth Bread and Butter, we got 4 Hardened Jab. Uh, Everyone knows what Jab does, but me rewind, go back to Muscular. He's a 536 Earth, Fire, Life. Has a static after an attack. An attack. Doesn't matter whose attack it is. Deals damage. He gets muscle counter. He gets counter. That's sick. We get counters. Enhance. Your non-throw attack gets +1 damage for each muscle counter on your character. So he gets damage up the wazoo. Conversely, his attacks are easy to block. So response. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, build 1 card from your card pool face down. That's why we're playing Jab. Because we could build stuff face down. We block with the chop. Breaker 1. Take the next hit. Build that down. Draw it, get a jab soon, and we loop the loop. So that's pretty sick. So it's a 4, difficulty 3 check, 3 mid 5. Picks up the face down, builds the face down. Not much to say about that. It's going to be a staple probably forever. Until something power creeps it. With a +0 high, that's the same stats, but people would still play that if it was a 3 mid 3. We got 3 copies of Rapid Punches. 4 difficulty 3 check, 4 low 4, +2 mid. Get speed and draws us a card on hit. That's all the reason why we're playing it. It's really cool and it's very good. Our first feels bad to block attack. 4 ignited arrow, 4 difficulty 3 check, 2 high for 4, 2 high block. If it's blocked, you discard cards off the top of your deck to get an attack. So if you start chaining ignited arrows, it's gonna feel really bad to block all of them. And then eventually it's like people eat these until they can't. So maybe we just keep getting counters. And the linchpin of the deck, well, Ignited Arrow and Harden Chop needs no introduction, to be honest. But like the goal is just to loop this until they have no hand and then hit them with like 15 damage attacks. I know there's that was a Determined Victory Smash Infinite with him, but I think this could get pulled off sooner, and it's probably more reliable because if they like discard it from the pool or they cancel the enhance or they damage reduce you or whatever, it's like eventually it's going to stop. Sorry for the yawning. I need a nap. I'm old. So it's a 5 difficulty 3 check, +2 mid, 4 low 5, breaker 1. Destroy face down, build face down. If it's blocked, they discard a card. So, ooh boy, feel bad for the guys who have to block these to live. Another one that doesn't need any introduction is 3 back alley haymaker. Not 4, because I kind of want to try it out. As a 3 of, it draws you a card. It's a 5 difficulty 3 check. 4 mid for 5, plus 2 high. Stun 2, EX whatever, and it draws you a card to build a 0 in. So really, we're looking at it for the card draw. We could play an attack, stack a chopper, an arrow on top of our deck with celebrity status, draw it, or, you know, just somehow to get it. But this also gets speed, so we have a bunch of momentum. It gets speed and a bunch of damage, and then we kill people. Another neat piece that kind of comes in handy getting these out of your momentum is Muscle Mauler. We just 6 difficulty 3 check, 5 mid for 6, plus 2 mid block, breaker 1. As a static, if we have more health than our opponent, it's a 5 diff, so that's great. So it's really a 5 for 3 in the early part of the game for him. We destroy a face down foundation, draw a card, then we get to add a momentum to our hand. Um, these are going to be in our momentum a lot. We'd hope. Well, I mean, in Magical Christmas Land, this will go into our momentum. And then we just drop it again, and then, pull no punches in, and do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again until they die. So yeah, so the whole point of the deck is just to get this kind of engine online with some support cards that can help out, like draw a card. If we build these down after blocking, we can pick them back up. Stun and draw is always good. Speed and draw on hits really good as well. My only gripe is there's no low blocks on the attacks, and that's I like having every zone on the attack on my attacks. So pick these boys up. So yeah, this is the deck that I'm gonna hand off to a local of mine on Wednesday because he kind of wants to play Muscular. So we'll see if he takes a liking to it because he played Todoroki 1 on this last Wednesday and did really good. So congrats, Spencer. Glad you did. Glad you found a character you like a lot. Going into the 0 diffs because our build as a 5-ander on turn 1 is very important. We got 4 it can't be fixed. 0 difficulty 5 check plus 1 eye. Says people stun you or commit you, you get to flip this to build. Pretty cool. 2 tight lipped, because damage, damage, damage. 0 hot, 0 difficulty, 5 check, plus 1 mid. Flip to damage. Very good. And then two saving Bakugo out of the new set, 0 difficulty, plus 3 mid, 5 check. Response flip. After one of your foundations is flipped due to a rival's effect, unflip it and draw a card. There was a day 0 errata on this that said that it is now after one of your other foundations is flipped due to a rival effect. You unflip it and draw a card because there was like a soft infinite, but I guess like there's still this. It's a soft infinite. If there's 3 of them on board, I think is what I was told last night. So it's whatever. It's like I don't know if people really want to go through the trouble of doing that just to draw their entire deck and lose. So it is what it is. 4 terrifying injury, 1 difficulty, 5 check plus 3 mid. Enhance. Add this card to your card pool. If your rival's attack gets -3 speed, if you have more health, draw a card. That's great because we can just put it in, and let's say we don't care if we block this attack, but we wanted to draw the card, so we got the card in hand. We just eat it. We build it down with his response. It has a really, really good for deadlock form though. Flip, remove one rival's foundation. Flip to a remove a foundation is nuts. So that's really cool. That's a neat effect and welcomed. This is a card that is much maligned just because everybody wants like 12 copies of it. 4 Chivalrous Competitor. I only have 2, so I'm proxying 2 right now. 1 difficulty 5 check plus 3 low. Flip. Both players draw a card. As a 5-hander, we want to draw a card, but again, as a 5-hander who is attacking your opponent and making them regret their blocking decisions, it doesn't matter if they draw a card or not because they're either going to eat it or die. So yeah. Before one of your foundations would be destroyed or flipped due to a rival's effect, you get to flip the non-character effect. You just flip this instead, which is really cool. So saves your foundations. 3 celeb status, 1 difficulty, 5 check plus 2 mid, enhanced flip. Add your momentum top card to your deck. So if you have any way to draw a card on board, you put that attack to the top, draw. It's a staple in a lot of the good and earth decks just because there's so much drawing off the top of the deck in turn. 2 male bonding. 1 difficulty 5 check plus 3 low ally flip. After you would take damage from an unblocked attack, build the top card of your deck face down. So cool thing is, if we have a card in our card pool, and we have one of these, we get to technically build 2 cards. So we build the card out of our card pool, and then we build the card up top of our deck. So it kind of accelerates our build, helps us keep a pace with our opponent. 2 resistance, 1 difficulty 5 check plus 3 mid breaker 1, always good. Enhanced commit, your rival's attack gets -2 damage. It's a little bit of DR because he has a bit of a DR package in his foundation kit. We are playing one of them. Enhanced response flip after your rival plays a stun ability, cancel it because stun 3 sucks, stun 2 sucks, stun 1 isn't as bad, but in multiples is pretty crappy. So yeah, it used to be a staple in the set 1 meta, but not anymore, or set 2 meta, but not really as much anymore. Into the 2 diffs, we got 3 armored muscles, 2 difficulty 5 check plus 3 high. Response flip. After your attack deals more than its printed damage, more muscular, it's going to do more than printed damage for the most part. That's magical Christmas land thinking. You gain health, so that's pretty sweet. Enhanced commit. Your turn, commit. Commit 1 rival foundation with an ability that grants a damage penalty. So a 1-for-1 trade. The magical Christmas land is flipping those to gain back over your opponent. You have more than your opponent, and then Muscle Mauler's still on a 5, which is really sick. One of my favorite cards out of his kit, because it synergizes really well with both, just as a card in general, it synergizes so well, is Masked Menace, 2 difficulty 5 check plus 3 mid. Enhance. Add this card to your card pool. This attack gets -2 damage. Playable while committed. Enhance commit. This attack gets +2 speed and -1 damage, which is really neat because if you commit, you're not going to block it anyways because you're going to add this to your card pool and just build it face down. Also, cool thing is if you need that 1 extra speed on your attack, you can commit, give your attack -1 speed because it's going to be a bajillion damage anyway. So what's -1? Unless the half math on block doesn't kill them, or pushes it to even to odd to even or whatever. So you just got to be careful on that. But yeah, you could also use that on your on offense and then bring it up on defense. But it's one of my favorite cards in his kit just because both abilities synergize so well together. And a lot of times you'll get an ability that says commit, and then the other ability won't be playable while committed. But I get it. You don't want everything to be playable while committed because then everything's super duper strong. We got 2 coping with number 1. 2 difficulty 5 check plus 3 hot plus 3 mid. Commit. If an attack dealt damage this turn, draw a card. We need ways to draw cards off the top of our deck after we stack our momentum. Also, we face tank a lot, so this is on defense. It's just going to draw us cards. The number of this card may go up. Percentile tail. 2 difficulty 5 check plus 3 high. Flip. If you have 4 or more face down foundations, including this card, add 1 momentum to your hand, or your rival discards 1 momentum. It gives us our chops back. It gives us our ignited arrows back. We're just looking to play those 2 cards a billion times a turn. We're going to try to slap it down, and then just wear our opponent out of resources to the point where they're just like, well, I'm taking 15 damage attacks to the face, which is sick. Also, it has a deadlock enhance. Commit your punch or kick attack or slam attack. Your punch, kick, or slam attack gets +3 damage and throw. Hey, he gives it a lot of damage. Let's give stuff throw. So you never want to go into deadlock against this guy if he has his on board, because you're probably going to die. 2 hardened. Was a staple in the set 1 meta just because there wasn't a whole lot, but it's kind of fallen out of favor. But with him, it's kind of neat because you block, build it, you soak the next attack, build it face down. So it doesn't sit in your card pool. And with the next card I'm going to show, it also could end up being a damage pump after you've built it face down. So 2 difficulty 5 check plus 2 high response after you block an attack. Your opponent's next attack this turn gets -2 damage. Enhance commit. Your attack gets +2 damage if it has hardened in its name. It gets +3 damage instead. So a little bit of damage pump, a little bit of damage redux. Again, we're building stuff face down. Sometimes if we're blocking with the foundations, 2 copies of Glamorous, 2 difficulty 5 check, +3 low. Response, after you build this card, unflip 1 foundation. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff face down. We're going to want to unflip them. Then enhance, flip. This attack gets +3 speed. Only playable if this attack speed is less than printed. So gives a little bit of a speed boost if they do like a -1 speed or -2 speed. Or puts it back to printed, obviously. So 2 snipes. We got 2 apathetics. +3 high, 2 difficulty 4 check, +3 high. Flip of an opponent's foundation. We need some sort of board control because we don't have a whole lot of it. And we don't want people like canceling our enhances or ending our enhanced steps early before we can start nuking cards out of their hand. And then we got 3 pull no punches, 3 difficulty 5 check +2 high, enhance, destroy. Add 1 punch attack from your card pool to your momentum. Keeps our card pool clear. Sets up our draws. Really good stuff. Also, Deadlock Enhance. Your punch attack gets +2 speed and stun 1. It's pretty cool. Stun and yeah, a lot of people are really scared of that card once we get into Deadlock. But if you like outbuild them by a lot, it kind of sometimes doesn't matter. But this is. I don't have a sideboard. I do have a sideboard built. It's a bunch of extra copies of stuff in the deck just to make full sets. There is 1 Muscle Mauler in there, so we can swap that out in and out if we are playing a game where we need more breaker. But other than that, it's just a bunch of like 1x and 2x foundations just to fill out sets. So let me know what you guys think about the deck in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite set 4 character has been, or like how you're playing Muscular in the comments. And we'll see you guys all in the next set 4 deck profile. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.